Well, hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Transport Fever here today on White Valley. Today in episode number 25, we're going to go ahead and start to remove a lot of the trucks, which basically they're redundant now. We have railway lines in their place. We need to go ahead and increase quite a lot of capacities with regards to all over the network really. And then also, someone left a comment, a person by the name of Emmanuel in episode 19. He said I need to work on Telscombe. I would very much agree with that statement. And then additionally as well, for some reason I built the railway line, but there's no train actually running in Prince Dobster or in Doncaster, so that is where we're going to start. The reason I won't have built, and we built this line way back in episodes, I don't even want to know to be honest, episodes, let me think about this here. I mean, we're on episode 23 now. This is probably an episode like 15 project sort of thing, so it's that old. But the reason I think I wouldn't have built it was because of the fact that I was wanting to build trams before I went ahead and got this town up and running, and I just never got around to building the trams, hence the train never went down. So that's what we're going to start off by dealing with in this episode. So let's go ahead and start off by getting a tram line coming up the outside here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a turning circle there like so. Then we'll have a similar situation, though you're going to come along to this side of the town. This is going to be a point to point, if we can achieve that, that is. Come up to here, along here, and then we'll have another turning circle over there. So quite a basic tram route we're going for here. I'm just going to build these very quickly, because this really is just a very quick skip by. Now, the thing is, in Doncaster, I don't feel we need a tram. So we're not going to build a tram just yet. The thing is, the sphere of influence with the town and the train station covers most of it, to be honest. So I really don't think we do need to go ahead and allow for it. The one thing I will do though is I'm going to pre-build some roads, just so we can go ahead and hopefully start to see a bit more growth in certain areas. They'll let me go ahead and hit no and no on these roads, though there's too much slope. The problem is this town is on a hill, and you need to remember that. That's going to cause the building of the town to be, I don't know, quite odd in shapes, most likely anyway. I can't even build a road from there to example, which is problematic. Build one from there to there, which is fine. Then if I go ahead and downgrade these roads, and also this road here, then that makes life that little bit better. So hopefully we'll see some, I guess, expansion out that side. If not, I'd quite like to see some expansion maybe over here as well. That would be a good addition. But again, once the train comes, the town will start to grow, but it's just what direction? Who knows? I could actually go ahead and add a second street connection. And I would be willing to do something like this here. Just because of the fact that I think the town will actually grow quite close to the train station, maybe not all the way up on the hill. That I think that would be just a bit more logical. Alright, okay, so let me go ahead and let's get our trams down quite quickly here. So, first of all, we'll need to stop up at the turning circle. We'll have a stop coming into town. Have a stop, and this looking like quite busy, or, I mean, the town isn't busy, let me stress that, but it's one of the busiest in the town, I guess you could say. Coming down here, another stop there, then we'll have our stop for the station. Coming along here, we'll put a stop in there. I'm expecting buildings to grow in and around here, and then we'll put another stop up on Main Street. So with that said, now I can go ahead and start to get some good old trams in here. Now we're going to start off small here. I did bring in some new trams about 4 episodes ago, and I think we're going to deploy some of those to get us started. This tram route isn't long at all. It is only 8 unique stops, making it a 15 stop tram line all in all. The time you go back on yourself, or no, 14. You only stop at 1 once and you only stop at 8 once. Okay, so 14 stops makes sense. Anyway, this is the TR and this is the town of Prince Dobster. Don't know why I'm saying it in that accent, because Prince does not speak like that. He's a friend, let's just put it that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and allow for that. Now, we need to go ahead and get ourselves a wee tram depot so we can actually get some trams cutting about the town. So let's rotate you, and let's get you in there like so. And let's go ahead and see what we've got. So I think I might just go for these, maybe the LM68. Typically I would probably start Mirages or T1s in here actually. But I think just based on the fact, how much does a Mirage running cost? 46k, whereas the LM8 6860, I think we're going to have to start with T1s, to be honest. Just because of the fact that I'm not confident in having a high running cost and I'll be able to make it profitable. I'm just not confident about that at all. So we'll go ahead and get those trams out there and hopefully they'll do okay. So these are only 16-seater trams. But hopefully there'll be a demand once we get the railway station, and that's really what I'm hoping for, going left and right. And with regards to Doncaster, as I said, we're leaving it for the time being. Okay, so we return in here to the town of Maidstone. Now, it's quite difficult with regards to where we're going to put this. I think we're actually going to put this engine shed out in Doncaster, because I can't put it at the other end of the line in Maidstone, unfortunately. Interestingly, the line hasn't even been created for this track yet, or this route should I say, so let's go ahead and build it now. Going from Maidstone to Prince Dobster, up into the town of Doncaster, and then back over to Prince Dobster, which is nice. So this is the T, this is... Whoa, no it's not, it's Doncaster to Maidstone. Keeping with those good naming principles, so it's Doncaster to the town of Maidstone. Doncaster in... I guess it might be classed, it's just above North Yorkshire. Or am I thinking of Doncaster? I'm thinking of Darlington. Where's Doncaster? Where is Doncaster? I swear it's in with the Yorkshire area though. I swear it isn't too far away. And then Maidstone, I think it's down in the southeast or southwest of England. But all these names are English towns pretty much. I don't know, I know of Kendal, that's in the Lake District. So that's in the northwest of England. Then the other towns don't really know of at all. They are based on town names unless I've modified them, but it doesn't necessarily mean how big they are. Bognor, the town of Bognor I believe is Bognor Regnis. It's down on the south coast, not too far from Southampton. And Brighton, I think. I'm just trying to think, of Portishead is a place. It's definitely a place. They're all places, but I just don't know where all of them are, because a lot of them in themselves aren't overly big. Right, okay, anyway, so I digress. We're going to go ahead and jump to this end of the line here, and we're going to go ahead and get some trains on the go. The line is totally ready to go, so we just need some trains. Alright, let's have a side in coming off here. Let's go ahead and get a locomotive house into play, and let's get a train built. So we're going to start small here. I think that would be the best idea, just because two of the towns, it's not just one town, but it's two towns that aren't connected, and even in itself, I'm not happy with what I've got in Maidstone. So we're going to go for something easy, something cheap. Going to go for probably these HZ trains, just because I know these work well on starting out on routes. We're going to go ahead and put 4 of them down, so we're actually going to aim for quite high frequency. But off those trains go, and we'll come back and track them. 1 or 2 changes I've just been reminded of in my head are the changes that I made in between the towns of Bangor and Spalding. So at the end of the last episode I went up ahead and played around with some stuff. Those trains were still not doing well, so what I did was I downgraded them. They were running HSTs. Now I'm still running 2 HSTs between Hampstead and Bangor, and they're making a profit, which is good. The route which I changed was the Bangor to Bangor to Spalding. So we've changed the train type, we've gone for Stadler Flirts. We were making a negative about 5-6 million, and now I've changed it to Stadler Flirts, and all of a sudden I'm making 16-19 million. So it was a change for the better, don't you worry. Okay, so the next thing I want to do here is I need to deal with this. I've been partially dealing with this, but I really just need to go ahead and hit the nail on the coffin now. Additionally as well, we're still shipping so much fuel, it's crazy, there's so many boats waiting. Can I upgrade you? But then I don't think a vehicle in the way, yeah, that's not going to be good. The problem is that I don't believe that I can allow for multiple boats to be in at the same time. That's the only downfall, so I don't think that's really going to work. Because with 5 boats, I just need increased capacity is what I really need. Which isn't great. As you can see, these boats are meandering down the river. This place is doing exceptionally well, and it's having that output onto the towns. As we can see in Coburn, that needs to be addressed, and that's where we'll go ahead and start. Then we'll deal with the stoning issues. So right now we do not have a lot of trucks taking stuff down from here into town. That's just the bottom line. We're also carrying no construction goods on this train right now just because of the truck route is still doing that right now, which isn't ideal at all. As we can see, G, Coburn, Con, that route is now going to be made redundant very, very shortly. But I need to add some more trucks to this route here, so let's go out to the truck depot, which is all the way out here, unfortunately. I believe it's orange trucks we're operating on in this town, which are these. Let's add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add 5 in, because that'll take us up to 8 on that route. 8 trucks on the G Coburn, and because we're also going to be getting in... We might have actually brought a tiny amount of goods in there, to be fair. But we're bringing in construction materials as of very, very shortly. So let's go ahead and track this down. So it's the G Coburn Con is the route I want to catch up with here. This route here. So we're looking for that light purple colour. So what it's doing is it's taking bricks from here all the way down into the town of Coburn, but we've got a train to do that now. So this route is no longer, it is redundant. So we're going to go ahead and call it quits on this route, I'm afraid. And now hopefully the goods should start going into the train station, which is exactly what I want. Then with regards to Hetton construction, I still want to move construction materials down the hill that way, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the trucks that run on this route. There's multiple reasons for that, because these trucks are smaller, but also we've got a better road now, we can go faster on that road, we don't have to worry too much. So let's go ahead and allow for that upgrade there. It's going to cost us about 13 million, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. How many trucks operate on that route? That is something which interests me a lot. 1, 2, well 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so about either 18 or 20 trucks. I sort of lost count with the scroller there, but all in all, very, very nice number indeed, making a lot of profit, and it should do even better as things go forwards. As again I said, I don't really feel the justification for a train station or a train line coming up here. We possibly could have it going to there, bring it down here, and then loop around here to the right, and then join it with that. I would be okay with that, because it's not carrying passengers, but I still just can't justify a passenger railway going up here. It would just be too expensive and the hill's way too steep, so I can't see it happening anytime soon. What I could probably see is an airport going in here, for example, and then people flying over to Coburn. There's still a very, very high demand, especially here, which is crazy. But again, we'll address that at a later stage. Okay, so construction materials on the move, this is great to see. But I'm going to need to bring in more stone, that's what I need to do. So this train here we're going to go ahead and double, because I'm actually going to get rid of the truck route which currently serves this. So we've got the G Hetton Stone, it's done very well. It goes from here, let me go ahead and close some of this down actually. As we can see here, it runs all the way along here and comes up to the construction plant. However, again, it is redundant, so it is time to go. So we must be playing on a really slow speed here. Let's play on the middle actually. Let's go ahead and get the G Hetton Stone. So again, it's doing very well. I don't know why it's called Hetton, for that matter. But anyway, let's go ahead and sell the trucks. Let's go ahead and delete the route, and now we're reliant on train, which is good. We've got one train. I'm expecting we're going to have to upgrade to a second train quite quickly, based on the fact that the train carriages aren't the biggest, the wagons aren't the best. But that is not a problem with me at all. So let me go ahead and jump in and actually find out the train. Even though I just did it in the last episode, I only recorded the last episode about 2 hours ago before my dinner, I've already forgotten it. So we're looking at Coburn and Stone. Now the thing is that these trains can now be expanded based on the fact that this train station has grown. This train in particular can expand, though I don't think there's the demand yet really for that, which is fine. So let me go ahead and leave that train for the time being, but it's this other stone one, because that stone train has picked up 195 stone, and it's already at 55, 56, so I do feel we could benefit from a second one, and really just go ahead and increase that stone coming out of there. So let's go ahead and start off by doing that. We're going to start off by grabbing another locomotive. Let me go ahead and close you. So we're needing one of these red locomotives once more. Let's filter here by electrical, and let's go for one of these, for example. Then with that, 15 wagons. I know I can take a few more wagons now. I believe we can take 18 wagons, so we'll go ahead and do that. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, which is perfecto. And then that's going to go on the Coburn stone, and that is that issue addressed. Arguably, I probably am going to need a few more, so the signals even isn't that bad, to be honest. I think it should be okay. This place should really start picking up production of it producing stone, aiming for about 800s. So the final thing I do, if I go to all here, we can see that there is still a truck route on the move, and where is that going to? That's the G Coburn stone, which actually comes from a stone plant all the way across town, all the way out here. And this is just going to get axed because we've got 2 trains on that other stone route. I don't want more trucks coming through town. Although it's profitable, I don't want to run it anymore, so we're going to go ahead and give it up. Where has it disappeared to though? G stone, here we go, and we're going to axe the route, which makes my life a little bit easier. So now it's only one construction area relying on it, which is up here, which is fine, and we can build a railway along here, which I think is very imminent as well, though we'll go ahead and only start it in this episode. What I want to do is I want to do a train station. We're just going to do some very, very quick builds here, actually. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's do one platform. Let's do high speeds. We're going to go ahead and stick this platform in at the side here. We're going to allow for a road to come around the side. Just to no more, mind you. And then you're going to connect into there like that. That's this platform ready to go. So we can go ahead and build out. You're going to pick up some speed, hopefully quite quickly. And then you're just going to run along here. It's going to be the shortest train line ever, mind you. But you'll run along to here, and then this is where it'll literally terminate. So if we can go ahead and not build that section yet. Let's grab this here. 320 high speeds is perfect. So if we rotate you once more, then I'd like you to probably go in... ooh, how do I want to do this? It's not the perfect angle by any means, is it? Let's stick you in there like that, and then let's allow for you to just come down. Gonna be a bit of a bridge just because of the increase in height, but that's not a problem. Let's cut you back a tiny bit. I would like to do a bit more of the natural terraforming. So let's go ahead and do that like so. Now that has not resolved my problems, but made my life a little bit easier. So smoothen that out, make it much more like an artificial ramp. Or more just a natural ramp of anything. Keeping the speed there, and that's perfect. So that will really allow for lots of construction materials to get to here. Now where do the construction materials currently go? Well, they currently go to Maidstone, that's it. However, for this I want to start putting stuff over to Prince Dobster and Doncaster, and again we're going to build another one of these super highways. So right now on the road between Maidstone and Coburn, there's a road. It's not very straight, mind you, so we're going to go ahead and improve upon this as well. I think this will be quite important. Now this road here, I think is the original road, but I have upgraded it over time, but now it's time to go for a really, really good upgrade. So let's go ahead and allow for that to happen. Build that like so, nice and straight. And then nice and straight to here, and then nice and straight to there, like that. Then what I want to do going forward is I want to have a road which is going to... This road's redundant now, so that road will be disappearing. What I want to do is I want to do a road from... I guess probably here as well. We'll have another road joining up with that. We're going to have a road come up here. Along here like so, and that's going to arrive in there. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to upgrade this road up to here, which is good. So that part comes in from the good old town of Maidstone. So these two are going to join here. Now we're going to build a tunnel. This is very important. We're going to build a tunnel, a large tunnel. This is going to be a Switzerland or a Norwegian style tunnel, but it's going to go right through the rock for a lot of money. Now I rarely do that these days, but I feel like it is just going to be good to connect up because Doncaster's very isolated all the way out here, and I think it would be a really, really good addition. So let's go ahead and allow for that. Let's have this road to curve off. If the autosave would hurry up and take its time, there we go. So we'll allow for this road to curve off here. What we'll do is we'll do a road extension out to there, like so, but there's too much slope, supposedly. Which I think is crazy. I don't know why there's too much slope. I think it's to do with this junction here. Don't think it's the ideal kinds of roads. So we'll go ahead and build you out from there like that. Then we'll connect in these two sidings like so and like so. Not the most elegant, but it will do. But this is actually the main road currently to... This road will disappear quite shortly as well, I guess, then. So we can go ahead and continue you... Not like that, though, at all. Let's change the road type. Let's go for something like that there. And then I want to go ahead and build that into there. Now what we're doing is we're actually at the other side of the track, which is kind of strange, but that's okay. Have you come up the hill, and then have you come down the hill. And then just follow the railway track up the hill, basically. And then come round to here, and then this is where this road will continue through these two junctions. Again, I'm going to sort all this out. And this is where the main road ends as it arrives in the town of Doncaster. So again, this is sort of a new expressway sort of project we've built. What I'm going to do is go ahead and delete the old road just because it is now redundant. I don't think that I want multiple roads. I mean, there's no point in it anymore. You might as well use the super highway which we've got. We'll need to go ahead and very quickly patch this up, like so. So we can go ahead, and there's no trucks or buses on this route right now, which is fine, so no transport should be affected. That's going to cut that back to there, and, I mean, we'll keep that road there, because that supplies this. Okay, that's interesting. That's a machine factory, which we are already exporting some of the materials there, but there we go. So that's that new, like, super highway connecting Prince Dobster and Doncaster, but more importantly, with the good old Maidstone and Coburn. Just improved connections, we'll make life better just so much in the long run, I can guarantee it. Alright, we have an issue, and that's this here. Yeah, you don't run anymore. Well, you do shortly, but I'm in the middle of replacing you. Coburn West, and yeah, you don't have a road right now, do you? You should. Yeah, you don't. That's the thing, though. Yeah, we are in the process of tidying all this up. So we'll go ahead and leave that like that for now. Right, okay, so that's that back in action. So we can go ahead and get rid of this route very, very quickly, though. Let's go ahead and delete this whole road, just because, again, I need to remove this stone truck route. That's one of the first things I need to do. So as we can see, we have this route here. This is the one we need to get rid of, though I probably should get a train on the go first. That's probably top priority. So have you curve around here and another train. I feel I'm all of a sudden building a lot of trains again, which is good. A few episodes. I mean, we are still focusing on overhauling the goods, really. That's one of the big things we are focusing on at the time being. Locomotives. Gonna go for a very similar one. We could go for a locomotive which has actually got a more focus on speed and less on tractive effort, because this line's pretty flat, marginally uphill, but really not too much at all. So I'm maybe thinking of a good old class 47 or maybe a 103. I think a 103. I've not built one of those in about 2 episodes. I do like my 103s, or 218. Now we'll go for 103. It's got a higher top speed, and I think that'd be a little bit better for this route. Then with regards to the stone it's going to carry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's go ahead and assign you to the new... Did I actually make the route yet? Don't think I did I? Filter by all. No, I haven't, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll make that now. So let's go into trains. Let's go from here. Now, there's going to be a single train on this line for the time being. So this is going to be the G. It's going to be probably closer geographically to Maidstone here, and you're going to be the Maidstone Stone, which is quite funny. So we'll go ahead and allow for that. Let's go and take this train. Or nope. Let me select that. Let's take this train. Let's put it onto the G Maidstone Stone. And now you're ready to go. So that means I can now go ahead and delete this G Maidstone Stone truck route. I'm saying stone way too much right now, aren't I? It's also in the negative as well, so it's not doing very well, so it's probably time that packs up. And let's go ahead and remove that. So we've definitely got rid of a lot of truck routes. We hardly have any now, which is crazy. And near enough all of them are on the new trucks as well, which is important. Right, okay, so that's good. So that's that change made. Now, right now up here, we've still got trucks taking stuff into the town of Maidstone. That's fine for the time being, because right now I don't have a good setup in Maidstone, but there's just some improvements there, which is nice to see. While we're at it though, and moving on trucks, there's 2 truck routes which I've got the old trucks which I still haven't updated, so can maybe do some of that right now. Where is this route? Okay, it's this route here, yeah, so you guys are going to need upgraded trucks. Happy to keep this route, though I want to go ahead and have better trucks, just based on the fact you're probably extremely old, and 2, because there's going to be a railway supporting this line, I feel we need good trucks, higher capacity trucks, because railways typically bring higher capacity. I just need higher capacity trucks. Then with regards to the wood scenario over the other side of the world, I don't really think we need it, because we've already got too much wood here anyway for that matter, so I think we're just going to leave it for the time being. I think they're doing okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how we're getting on. I mean, I feel we're just producing so much more industry right now, just all over the park. You have a look around, so much coal down there, producing lots of steel, got lots of woods, lots of planks, lots of machinery, got lots of brick, we've got lots of crude oil, lots of stone, lots of fuel, lots and lots of goods, which is hopefully going to make me lots and lots of money. We can also see now that there's a lot of goods waiting here to go into Coburn. Yeah, a full train's worth, which is really exciting, and we can expand the length of that train as well, which I might do quite shortly, if it has already reached its capacity. The new trucks as well, they are taking the stuff down into Hetton at some rate, so this place must have picked up quite a bit. Really has picked up quite a bit. I think it's really because of its feeder place, and the 2 trains on such a short track are doing really well. Right, okay, let's see how things are going. So many people I need to put more buses on this route. This just emphasises the point that it needs a railway line, you know that? Because how many buses have we got in here? We've got 25. I'm going to need to add... Oh no, that can't be right. Mathematically, we've got 20. So I'm going to add in another 4. And that should hopefully make some difference. Though I don't know if it will, to be honest. Let me go ahead and jump through loops here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the Coburn Hetton. It's just... I don't know, so many. But it's the demand's there. I mean, a lot of these people are connecting from Newton or Thaxted. That is one big thing. But those buses, I mean, this bus station's doing great down here as well. Really nice to see. Top notch, top quality. So the final thing I want to do this episode is we've gone ahead and addressed a lot of issues which I want to do. We need to start with Telscombe, because Telscombe is somewhere which is going to be connected up. Now, first things first, I really don't like this style of train station anymore. I've gone off this kind entirely. I do not like it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to replace it. This is quite important because I need to keep a large train station here, but that train station I've just gone off. I think it's a bit outdated now. It's 2063. Nah, I'm joking that, but I just don't like... I like to be able to see my trains when they're in the train station. You can't really do that too well with train stations which have roofs. So I like to go for something quite modern like these train stations here. Okay, I do not want to go underground, thank you. I would just like a normal one. So let's go for... We're going to go for 3 platforms here, and you'll see shortly why. I don't think we'll ever need 4, will we? Unless we have a train going from here to Prince Dobster. That's a possibility, because Maidstone's chock-a-block. We're going to have to deal with that in the next episode. But we're going to be going up to Somerton soon on a railway line here, so that's why I want 3. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can pivot you around. So let's go for that there. Now, I want to go ahead and add in a new road, because we're going to be getting a new tram in here shortly. So let's go ahead and upgrade this to there like that, and then I could quite easily do a... I think I might actually... I don't know how I'm going to do the tram in this town though, that's the thing. I think we'll maybe have you go from left to right, and then we'll just go for no and no, and we'll build you from there to there, which is quite important. So again, that's me building for the future there. I just need to go ahead and sort out some of the railway lines here. That is top priority. priority. Now, let's go ahead and cut that back one and cut that back one. And that works out nicely there, so that's quite an easy solve. And then with regard to this line here, I think we just need to come out a tiny bit more. Though we are going to have some more railway lines coming along parallel to here. That is very important to note, so let's go ahead and actually pre-build these. So you're going to come out, you're going to follow and stick with this train line out to here. And then what you'll do is you'll probably go ahead and start to make your way up to Somerton, which is going to be a new connection. So that is that part of Telscombe sorted. Now it's the internal transport in Telscombe, I think he was, his name was Emmanuel. He was a bit bugged about. So let's go ahead and sort that out and let's wrap up this episode. In the next episode we're going to be sorting out a route from Telscombe to Somerton, and then maybe Deborah into Chorley. And then we're also going to be sorting the new route out from Bangor into Bawtry, and that's going to have an effect on our previous route, which is going to add a new route from Portishead, Crowland into Chorley. Chorley's about to become a big exchange as well, which is quite exciting. I guess Burnley could probably do a bit of TLC. I think we upgraded that tram not too long ago, but if it's still going into there, then that's problematic. And again, not a fan of that station. There's a lot of people waiting. There's a lot of issues which we do need to deal with. Anyway, Telscombe it is. Alright, so you're going to get my full attention. The first thing I'm actually weirdly going to do is, I'll maybe not delete those old bus stops because we might land up going over them, which should be a waste of a deletion, but we're going to go ahead and start to work through this part of town. So we're going to go right along to the edge. Now, wow, I wonder when this was last used, that bus station. Go ahead and get rid of that quite quickly. Let's go ahead and continue to upgrade our roads. So I'd like, though it's not going to allow me to, build along here. So what we're going to do is we're going to destroy this street, and then we're going to go ahead and rebuild that street, which is fine. Then what I want is I want a turning circle in this part of town. Possibly, yeah, I think I do, because it's quite central. So let's go ahead and allow for a turning circle there. Then coming along here, I should have probably opened this earlier, but as we can see, I can tell by the buildings now, the industrial area will need something to go up here though, but that can be quite easily achieved by going up here like so, along here. And then, I don't want to delete all these buildings, but I literally have just deleted a full block there just about, which is not good. But I mean, this will all grow back, especially if there's a tram around. So let me go ahead and delete that tiny smidget too. And let's stop lagging. That's so strange. Not had frame drops like that in a while. So that is our tram route, ladies and gentlemen. So cuts all over town and should hopefully go ahead and one, connect up the different kinds of area, residential, commercial and industrial. But it should also hopefully go ahead and provide the train station with better connections and hopefully satisfy Emmanuel's needs. Right, let's add another stop there, another stop probably here, and then another stop in there, which is good. Then with regards to coming along here, I think this could be quite a profitable route, just because as I said, it's connecting up different communities. Someone, for example, up here who would be living, they could quite easily jump on the tram, not even to the station, but just down to their work, which could be very, very handy. So let's go ahead and have another stop there. Then let's have a stop here, and then a stop there, and there we go. So let me go ahead and now build in this route. So let's go by trams, let's go by line manager, and let's go ahead and get these stops into play. Now there's one or two locations where I am seeing that I could have, or maybe have a bit large gaps, you could argue, but I'm going to go ahead and leave them for the time being. So we're now going to come back via the Telscombe branch, back via South Street, Richmond, Windsor, St John's, Manor, up to Park Lane, into London Roads, and then there we go. That is it. That is perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm out of time, I'm going to go ahead and very quickly name this, and we're going to go ahead and get these trams on the go. So this is the TR, and this is the town of Telscombe. Has it got an L in it? No, it's not. I think it's that, Telscombe. Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously it has an L in the Tels part, but I don't know if it was Telscombe, or, anyway. Right, that's me being a bit silly there. So we can go ahead and get our tram depot in now, which is quite exciting. So we are looking in here, trams. Now for this town, I feel we could quite easily get away with Citadis, nah, not Citadis, Cobras. I think Cobras would be a good idea. So let's go ahead and choose them in a nice bright pink, and let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these trams out into the town. Let's go ahead and look for TR Telscombe. The bottom one is a green line, but you're gonna have pink trams, and they're good to go. Got a little bit of an issue on this train line here. Yeah, I know why. It's because of the new station we've built and the changes we've made. Now, because of the terminals, it's the terminal issue here. So if I change, nothing can be on platform 1, that's for sure. So put you on platform 2 and put you on platform 3. Does that make sense? Are trains going in the right way though here? No, they're not. Or no, trains are going the right... Do trains go... Yeah, trains are going the right way, but it's this station I need to go ahead and sort out. So, 1 needs to go to 3, and 3 needs to go to 2. So now, you are marking the right way, that's good. Right, okay, so that's that problem solved, which is nice to see. So hopefully that won't have any knock-on implications. But there we go, so that is that change. So hopefully Telscombe is a little bit better. It should be, really. And going forward, I'm really excited to go ahead and start to add in some new towns. It's one focus I'm really working on right now, while trying to deal with 40 million other issues across the map, but we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. There's issues there with coal, because the trains are old, right, okay, we'll deal with that. And also Maidstone. When did Maidstone Central get so busy? It's, well, I mean, one, it's actually now got 4 routes in it, which is quite impressive, to be fair. So it's actually not any individual route is doing too bad. I guess they've all got people waiting for them. The tram needs an upgrade, I'll tell you that much. Over 128 people waiting, or just about. So you guys are not on Citadis yet, are you? No, you're not. So I think it's time to go ahead and make that upgrade. Just go ahead and ease the tram numbers. I think this could actually be the first trams to go into Citadis, you know that? Because I've got some Cobras, I've got some T1s, I've got some LM68s. But Maidstone, it's not actually the town I'd expect. I mean, one end of the tram is very busy and the other end is very quiet. Let me emphasise that. It's just this part around town which is hectic, to say the least. So let's go ahead and upgrade use. Let's go and grab ourselves a Citadis. I would like to keep that dark green actually. I think they'll look good like that. Though I don't think it's taken my colour suggestion on. But that's going to be an upgrade for 4 million. And there we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here, so hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into that comment section below, give me your thoughts, hit that like button, and that's all for this video. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.